not only titled Army of Roses. There is an important subtitle which reads Inside the World of Palestinian Women Suicide Bombers, giving us the impression that this book is thorough, comprehensive, analytical, and profound. She also claims that she is, I'm quoting here, I'm neither pro-Palestinian or pro-Israeli. She also tells us of her moral obligation like this book was a moral obligation. It was because of these moral, she says, moral dilemmas that I decided to write that book. So again, she is introducing the book, introducing herself to us in this light of objectivity.
I was thinking when you were quoting her, and I was reading what she was going to quote before, I was thinking of taking her to court. When I am quoted wrongly in a book like this, for something I did not say or it has been twisted, I should take the author to a court. But not so. The best teacher of hatred is the occupation. That was my word. Because at the time, there were no areas of
As you'll have, both figures are actually wrong. He has not 10 children, not 13, there are only 8, as his own daughter stated. This poses a question to all of us in our minds. Now, whether she actually interviewed him or not, if the quote is wrong.
The book was framed. Reading the book, turning the pages of this book, shows and proves actually that readers are always pushed into one way of taking events.
You know, this book, the Israelis are always injured and are always innocent. They are good. I'm not saying they are not so, but at least you shouldn't have focused on the good qualities of the Israelis and just focus on the bad qualities of the Palestinians. So at least you should compromise between both, mentioning the good qualities and the bad qualities of both sides.
Now, after carefully analyzing Army of Roses, we found that the factual errors permeate the book. She says, quote from Suhad, "My oldest son Abdullah was 20, she explains, when he was shot and killed by soldiers. My child is dead, I have no reason to live, I only wanted to revenge his death." Now, all of what I said was wrong. This is the real story. Her name is not Suhad, her name is Suad. It's not Jadallah, it's Judallah. It's January, yes, not 4th, it's 24th of 2003. She is a mother of 5, ranging from 11 to 24, not a mother of 4, ranging from 5 to 15. Her oldest son is Muhammad, not Abdullah, as she said. And the story is not that she was going to commit a suicide bombing. It was that Suad was in a car that happened to be having some wanted people who were ambushed by Israeli soldiers. No Israeli couples, she was not holding a bomb, and she was not doing anything as she said. Now her sons here, the oldest of which is Muhammad, 24, Ahmed, 22, Abdullah, 20, Anas, 13, and Yasir, 11. Ahmed did die by Israelis, as she said. And now the shock, ladies and gentlemen, she said that she made an interview with the woman, Suhad, which we know now that her name is Suhad, while we know that she died instantly on the ambush. Now the question was, who is Suhad? Who did she interview while the woman, her name is Suhad, and she died? What? Exactly, she visited paradise.
I think the Palestinian woman is at the top of the list of women facing war. They are not schizophrenics. They are not cat killers. They are not suicidal. They are the pride of this society, the Palestinian women. And
focused on aspects, and she neglected the other aspects, the way she liked, as if like she wanted to give certain impressions about both sides, the Israelis and the Palestinian women. And that gives no chance for the leaders to judge objectively. That gives no chance for the leaders to judge objectively. And we know that the book is being marketed as being objective, as being brilliant.
Some dates and knowledge of Islam, which reflects the authors, if I might say, ignorance of the Arabic language and, of course, Islam. The pillars of Islam. Victor says the 5 pillars of Islam, which are martyrdom, the declaration of faith, zakat, charity, sound fasting for the month of Ramadan, Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca required by all Muslims who can afford it, and salat, ritual prayer 5 times a day. Now, even if Victor can count, we should be able to enumerate 6 items here. Not 5, actually, he said here. The first of which is martyrdom, which she argues that the entire society is brought up upon, and it's decidedly wrong, it's not one of the pillars of Islam, as we all know. We have here Dr. Abdulaziz al-Rantisi, who is one of the most famous political leaders in Hamas. On page 14 she says, Dr. Abdulaziz al-Rantisi is an attractive man in his late 40s who was educated in Jordan and trained as a pediatrician in England. Now, Dr. Abdulaziz al-Rantisi, to be honest, did not receive his medical studies neither in Jordan, neither did he complete his education in England. He was actually studied this in Egypt, where he got a scholarship there and studied in the Faculty of Medicine in Alexandria. Now, this kind of mistake leaves us with a question: from when did she exactly get this information?
we have girls, women, Palestinian girls, Palestinian women, in jeans, in jilbab, with a headscarf, without it, all together. And they are all honored. They are all good Palestinian girls. They are all here to speak about Islam, about Palestinian mistakes, or the ignorance. Is the ignorance of the West, is the ignorance of the whole world to who we are.
It is safe then to say that Barbara Victor is a prime example of an expert who establishes a context of no context.
Preparation, I prepared for this. We have been preparing for this workshop for almost 3 months.
Attended this, and this was wonderful.
It was amazing.
In fact, I liked the whole thing. The seminar was just amazing, and I guess that had to be done so many times before, because we have to analyze and read so much about what Western writers write about us, the Palestinians, especially, and Arabs generally. We have to defend ourselves against the black image they are trying to portray about the Palestinian society as a terrorist one. So we have to show that we are not terrorists, but we are the victim that no one can see.